Hey guys. So I was in the middle of filming a reaction to Rosie, and I saw that Chantal had gone live. I already had headphones on because, it's a rough day, so we're listening to music while we react. But since I had headphones on, I could boop on over on my phone and see what was happening, and she is crying, saying she's coming home sooner. So I stopped what I was doing and we're going to come over here and see if we can get a reaction done. This time of day, my internet tends to run slow, so we're going to see if we can get through this. I am going to bop her up to 1.5, so hopefully we can catch up. But I did want to talk about a couple of things. We're not doing the cool Halloweeny thing because I do want to be able to watch her chat as this goes on, because while I was peeking, people were in the chat and they're saying, stop the nonsense, stop the bull crap, tell us the truth, stop trying to get money. She has cried wolf one too many times, and a lot of her supporters are starting to really struggle to believe her, and that is the problem with this. So we're going to go over and we're going to take a peek at what she's saying and catch up with where she is in the live stream.
Hey guys. I just need someone to talk to. No. Yeah, I'm gonna be changing my ticket. I'm gonna see if I can find a place for um, to move in immediately. Um, so, no, I'm not okay at all. I was only waiting for October because, you know, I need money to move. I can't talk about it. So, um, I guess.
See, there's somebody in her chat right here, and it says, but I feel like this is all fake and you just trying to make money for his family. If this is true, then that is not right. Like, there are people sitting here saying, how can we believe you? Look at everything you've done. Look at what you've claimed.
You guys just make me feel better. You turn around. So I just wanted to let you know I'm gonna probably just change my flight.
What are those pops in the background? Are we hearing ammunition, or is that him there slamming stuff around? Um, Handy Dandy is sitting here and saying, she's been making all kinds of excuses of why she has to stay another month after the fight they had the other night. That makes no sense to me. She has enough money to leave now. Um, Let me just say, as somebody who went through an extremely abusive situation and who literally had to go into hiding for 4 years. If you didn't go watch my other video, the only reason I'm not in hiding now is because he is currently in prison for attempted murder on somebody else. That's the only reason I am safe at this point in time. However, let me tell you, the second that a judge and the police said that I needed to go into hiding and I needed to cut all contact with everybody, I did just that. I went completely gray, got rid of all of my social media, and I disappeared. I literally packed what I could into the back of my truck and I moved out of my place in 20 minutes. I moved 2 hours away from where I was living without having a job already in place. I could figure it out when I got there. I completely left. No questions asked because it literally was that kind of situation. I was in fear for my life and it was not safe. Now, I know everybody's situation is different. However, with the things that she's come online and claimed, and then how she's acting right now, if that was the truth, I would be on my way. I would be on my way to an airport right now. I would then get one of those hotels that you can either pay weekly, monthly, whatever, and that would be my option. That would be how I would be going about this for my own safety and to get out of the situation. So, this is one of those situations where, she's cried wolf one too many times, and not a whole lot of people are feeling too much for her at this point in time. And really, she did it to herself.
And go home sooner. Yeah, you know. Oh,
Yeah, somebody else said he said that he would bring her to the airport immediately when he got back from that family trip, and she should just leave. She had the option to leave then, and she chose not to because she wanted more money. She wanted to get as much money as she can. Is that still the case? Probably. I don't know. This is one of those situations where, especially coming from a background where I've been in the situation that she's portraying herself in, it is very hard to sit here and say, do I believe the victim? Do I buy what she's selling? Because I know in my situation with what I was going through and what I was experiencing every single day, and then when we did finally split up and he decided that if he couldn't have me, nobody else would, um, it changed how I moved through the world. It changed how I spoke to people. It changed the information that I put out there for people. And we haven't seen any of that. If anything, since their big fight, and she was making all the claims about his family that she was, her mouth has gotten more vulgar. She's talking about more sexualized topics. She is discussing maybe removing the hijab and stuff once she gets to Canada. We're talking about putting all of our old content up so that it gets those views back up there. Um, that to me does not scream somebody who is being oppressed um, or victimized. But at the same time, I'm not in her situation, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Um, See, somebody down here says, they had an argument. He didn't hit her or anything. Didn't last time. She should leave. Can some of you stop making it out to be a DV situation when it isn't?
I don't know what to say.
Oh, I have it on top chat, not live.
I'm just not well. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be looking to go sooner. I know. I just want to go home, man. Oh, I can't. Yeah, like I have a ticket like booked, but I don't know how much it's gonna cost to change it. But I'm gonna check. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, a cheap hotel. I have to.
I mean, here's the thing. She kept saying, I wanted to have enough money. I wanted to have more money. The truth of the matter is, when I was in this situation and this happened to me, I was making $9.75 an hour. He had stopped working because he was in active, full blown meth addiction. So I was paying all of the bills. When he left, I was still paying all the bills, plus the debt he had gotten us into by stealing money from our bank account to fuel his habit. I managed to move, find someplace new, get everything set up, all without having a job in place when I got there and without having a group of people who were sitting here handing me $10,000 to do so. If she really wanted to do it, if it was really that bad, she could do it. She is choosing not to at the end of the day. Um, I mean that is just what this comes down to. And some of it may just be that she doesn't have that survival instinct. Maybe she doesn't have enough grit to pick herself up by the bootstraps and do it on her own. That may be what it comes down to. She needs somebody to save her. And if that's the case, then that's really sad. Like, where is your will to live? Where's your will to thrive? you know like, yes, my husband, my husband now that I'm married to, he did live in that city. He offered to check on me, protect me, make sure I never went anywhere by myself when I moved there. However, he did not reach in his pocket for a single thing to help me. If I wanted help, if I wanted to save myself, I had to do it myself, and that's what I did.
America is what? Really? Yeah, I agree, Kingu. I can't tell you anything. Hey, Brooke, I just need to go home. Like, it's just hard. All the up and down, yeah. It's really not. Just wait. I know, I wish I could snap my fingers. Hey, you too, lover. Yes. Thank you, Carrie. Appreciate it. I'm just, like, on here, like, just to, I don't know. I don't even know. I guess just what I'm used to doing when I'm in, like, a crisis. Yeah. I'll come back because I'm gonna check my flights. I'm gonna, like, check my flights and, come back, okay? Uh, I just want to get out of here. I really do. Yeah, tiny share mark. I guess just to not feel alone. You know? Mm. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna check my options out, and I can't stay for a whole month. Like, no, I'm not heartbroken at all. At all. I just want to go. I hope so. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'll come back. Okay, I'm just gonna check out, change my flight. My yeah. Broken toe. Thanks. Yeah, belly. All right, guys. I'll be back. Okay. Bye.
Okay, so that's the end of that one. That was 22 minutes ago. Let's see if she's come back at all. She hasn't. Um, this really does come down to, and I hate to say it, but this is a situation where she has cried wolf one too many times. This is also one of those situations why it is so important to not make false claims, if there really is nothing happening, because it not only makes it hard for us to believe her, but it also makes it hard to believe other victims. Um, and that's just how it is. Also, it is extremely traumatizing for people like me who we have lived this, we have experienced it. I hate crying. Um, like for us to sit and witness this, because you really are torn. Um, I so badly want to believe her because the thing that saved me was that people believed me. People took me at my word. Whew. I am so glad that I went into this with vessels singing into my ears. Um, People believed me. That's what saved me. People were willing to risk themselves for me because they believed me. So it is very hard for someone like me who has lived this to listen to this. It's like it traumatizes us all over again. Um, and it puts us back in that position of what we felt during that time. Um, and for her, it's clicks and views, it's money, which is really sick. She uses this as a way to gain, when at the end of the day, if you are experiencing this, you are losing everything. And I don't just mean physical things, monetary things. I lost everything. Um, I had to go completely gray man. I disappeared from social media. I still to this day do not have a whole lot of a paper trail that follows me anywhere. Um, in the process of that, I lost a lot of friends. There are tons of friends that I have not had contact with in years, um, because of what that man took from me. I had to leave my children with family members, um, to keep them safe so that he would follow me and stop threatening them. Um, I missed out on precious time with my children. Um, I lost my ability to really be able to trust people. Um, if you are a man and you walk a little too close to me in the store, I'm probably wondering what your intentions are. Um, if a car drives by too slow, why? Who are you? What are you doing? Um, I have security cameras installed on my house so that we can watch everything that goes on. I lost the sense of security that I had in the world. I also I lost a lot of faith in our justice system and the police that are supposed to protect us. Because no matter what, I had a VPO. I could prove that he was still harassing me. I could prove he was on my property, but until he laid hands on me and they caught him, didn't matter. I was the one that lost everything. His life continued. Like, it wasn't just monetary things. And the fact that she uses this for her to gain money and for her to gain attention is just sickening to me. Um, I'm very curious to see how long her audience is going to allow this to go on, um, before they start speaking up and saying this is unacceptable and they stop buying into this. And the scarier thought is, what happens if at some point something does happen and she does need people to listen and she does need people to believe her and nobody does? It's a very scary place to be. That's a very scary situation to put yourself in, at the end of the day. Um, we'll see if she comes back. I don't know that she says she's going to come back. I don't know that she's going to. But if she does, I will do my best to cover it. I will say, though, ahead of time, I am not going to put myself in a bad position to cover her and her nonsense. Um, at the end of the day, I am not Foodie. I don't have people throwing money into my PayPal account. I am not monetized on here. I do not make AdSense. I am not paid to be here to deal with this. I'm not. Um, and at the end of the day, my first priority is being a wife and a mother, and I will not let her nonsense get in the way of that again because it has happened once. Now, if I was getting paid to do this, that might be a different story. It's easier to set it aside and say, I'm getting a paycheck for this. That is not the case. I used to work in the medical field. That is what I did. I could set a whole lot of stuff aside when I was on the clock because I was getting paid to be there, and that was my job. This is not my job. At this point in time, it's a hobby that's probably going to take me a while to even make a single dollar at. So I will do my best to cover it. However, if this continues and it gets to be too much for me, I will flip over to Rosie and we will just focus on Rosie until Chantal pulls her head out of her ass and gets to Canada and can act like a decent member of society. Um, so thank you for listening to me cry and complain. It's so embarrassing when it happens. Um, but it's the truth, and I think people need to see the truth of it, especially when this is what is being portrayed to us as that situation when that's not the case. Um, so I'm gonna let you guys go. If she comes back, I'll do my best to cover it, and I will see you guys later. Until I see you later, though, in the words of my ever wise Mima, I need you to be good and behave yourselves. But if you can't, at least do it right and make me proud. And then you can post it online so we can talk about it later.